What's going on, guys? It's us, the Discreet Few, with a message before today's episode, and we have some stuff to say to you guys. What are the words that you have to say, Hypno?
Oh, lots of stuff like embouchure, the Adirondacks. We got some foibles for you. Oh, we know fables and foibles.
Mm. Those are pretty solid words, but I think these ones are a little better. We are now on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and soon to be on Apple Podcasts.
So please, guys, let us assault your ears on all of those different platforms.
That's gonna be a good time.
Enjoy.
Welcome, welcome
Hey,
back. The Discreet Few. We're here again.
what up? How we doing?
That's us.
Sorta.
So let's start. How was both of your weeks?
Nathan, please feel free.
Well, I had a pretty good week. Last week I went to a Boston Red Sox game.
Oh, word.
Mm.
That was pretty fun. It got rain delayed. So I drank more alcohol than I intended on, and rather, I spent more money on alcohol than I intended
Seems
on.
like a baseball stadium, my dude.
Yeah, basically. That's kind of their whole gimmick.
They get you dirty.
But it was a good game, and it was a good time. I
Did
had
the
a
Sox
really good
win?
time. They did. They literally, uh, they scored 5 runs the inning after my friend and I left.
Naturally. That's, you know, that
Mm-hmm.
why do the climax of the event when you guys are there when they could just wait an extra inning, right?
No, but that's the problem. We left right before the seventh inning stretch because we didn't want to have to deal with people out, getting food and shit.
That's funny too that you
So,
say that because there's like the pitch clock is now a thing, so like everything moves quicker.
There's a
It's just
pitch
so
clock.
oh, that's
yeah.
true. Maybe I didn't even have to worry
That's
about it.
pretty cool. How long is the clock?
It's I believe it's 15 seconds you have to throw each pitch unless you like step off or someone calls time.
Yeah, it's either 15 or 18.
When does
I
that
know
timer
that
start?
the batter, I
So
think,
you
as
so
soon
you
as the
throw
pitcher has the ball.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the batter, by 8 seconds, has to make eye contact with the pitcher. So the pitcher needs to be ready to go, I think, with 15 seconds left. And then the
Mm.
batter needs to be ready to go with 8 seconds left.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, no, they were really trying to rush it. But did the Sox win? Did I ask that? I forget.
Yeah, they were losing 2-1 until the seventh inning.
Oh, when you left.
Yep, and then we left and they won.
Perfect.
That's
We love to
But
hear that.
hilarious.
it was really cool to be at Fenway Park. I mean, that's a historical park.
Have you ever been there
So
before?
no. And as a baseball fan, like that is just being there is insane.
Hmm.
And my first impression when I walked in was, wow, this is a small baseball park.
Oh
Like
yeah,
this
it's
is
a
a
Really?
small one.
small stadium.
Well, it's old. How old is it?
It's the oldest operating baseball stadium in America, according to them.
Wow.
That's wild
And
to think
and
about, yeah.
and if it's in America, it's most likely the oldest one in the world.
Yeah. Baseball
Because
wasn't back here.
no, never mind on my joke there. Anyway,
Oh no.
you also asked about my week.
Yeah, how
Uh,
was your week, Alan?
it was good. I actually last Tuesday, Wednesday, I went to the Fully Loaded Festival.
Hmm.
Oh
That
yeah.
yeah, that was towards the city, New York, that is. And it was Bert Kreischer, Tiffany Haddish, Shane Gillis, Dave Attell, and a bunch more.
Hmm.
Hmm. But let me tell you, they were all amazing. I will say, when I got there, first thing, couldn't find the bathroom. Not
No,
even a
that
little
is
bit.
actually the worst.
Yeah. That's.
Because
Mm-mm.
any seasoned person who goes to a baseball game or a festival, comedy festival, or even, what are they called?
Just any
Wow.
big event, you got to map it
Yeah,
out.
there we go. Yeah, you got to drink beforehand.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that too.
So when I I drank, I went in and I could not find the bathroom 15 minutes, okay? I eventually got 2 double Jack and Cokes right after each other. And that's when I started forgetting things, okay?
Started.
They listen, I remember because I have videos and I know that all of the
Mm.
comedians were great because everybody was probably annoyed at me for laughing the way I was, okay?
I
Um
understand that.
They probably loved it.
Honestly, they probably did. So actually, the second time I went to the bathroom, I came back and there were 2 people sitting in my seat, right?
Oh.
And yeah, ooh, indeed. Alan, after a few drinks, I'm like, let's not, okay? So I walk up and I'm like, hey guys, and they instantly got up and were like, oh, we're sorry, and like walked away.
That's
And it was like they
amazing.
knew right away that they weren't in the right
They knew
spot.
they were wrong.
Yeah, and the people behind me were like, "Oh my goodness, we didn't think you were gonna come back." I was like, "Why? Like, what reason did
Wow.
you have to not believe I was coming back?" And I said, "I was memeing the whole night. I was
All right.
telling them I was like, I'll be here in person or in spirit." Like,
Oh my. Oh my. That makes
yeah,
them
Yeah, it's
no,
think like,
probably
what the
why they
fuck did
didn't
he just
think.
say?
yeah, no, I was really goofing. It was a really good time though, really good experience. Everybody on the stage was electric. Bert Kreischer naturally, once he took his shirt off, everybody went wild. I proceeded to take my shirt off, as did a good amount of the crowd.
Good.
What did they got for
Very
Bert?
good.
He was the
He,
headline, right?
yeah, he was the last person, and he had to, and I understand. I love the machine story. He goes, in the last 10 minutes, we're very strapped for time here. We gotta rush. Who wants to hear the machine story in the next 9 minutes? And I was like, you just wasted a minute. But
Amazing.
yeah,
You just
it was.
wasted a minute.
Let me tell you, they were all amazing, and that was a great experience. If you haven't gone to the Fully Loaded Festival, please do. It's great for comedy. It's great for podcasts. It's great for all that stuff.
It's just
And
a good
here I
Um,
event.
am to say the opposite.
Oh?
well, I want to hear.
I had a friend go to the Fully Loaded tour up in Manchester, New Hampshire, and he now granted he's a new Bert Kreischer fan. I think I showed him the week before he ended up buying tickets for his tour. I could be wrong on that, but um, he was not very pleased. Apparently, Bert only did the machine, and that was it.
I don't believe that whatsoever. He told so many jokes. He was talking about how one of his friends' wives couldn't like give good head.
Oh
And then
my
he said that
god.
it was yeah. And then he goes, "That's right, guys, you guessed it. It's Tom's wife, Tom
Oh my
Segura." That is.
god.
There were so many.
You
There was.
guessed it.
He was funny. I mean, I'm sorry that he had a bad experience, but I, you know, I I also think some of the jokes are pretty testy. Like they weren't for the faint-hearted.
Really.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, no,
fair.
like you have to appreciate comedy, like to really get
Mm,
comedy. I don't know how to,
Comedy really just looking
No,
into
I
the
mean,
dark and pulling out light.
yeah, you're not wrong on that. You're
That's what
definitely not wrong.
exactly. People have to be laughing for the right reasons of a joke.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I
That's
mean,
the yeah.
if you're a totally serious person throughout your entire life, you're really not gonna have the best time at comedy shows.
No.
Just in
Yeah.
general, like you will have a good time, I'm sure, but not the best.
Just you just have to remember people are silly.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
People are
that's
silly.
that's my recommendation to anybody who hasn't and wants to go to a comedy festival. Be open-minded. Everybody's
Hmm.
just trying to have a good time. Everybody's laughing, everybody's enjoying each other. It's a good get-together.
Absolutely.
And being just
But
open minded in general. That's all it
Yeah.
is.
exactly. And I'm open-minded about wanting to hear about something in your week, Hypno.
My week is that it was the solstice yesterday. We're officially losing summertime now. Summer's just starting, and it's going to be raining in the northern east for like a
But
week.
tell me something we don't know.
Oh, that's a good question. What don't you know? I mean, my hopes and desires are some things.
Hmm, that's
Yeah,
weird. I
you
remember
I
the
know,
thought
right?
of a kayak.
Yes,
Hello?
that's my hope and desire to buy a kayak, but it's gonna rain,
Get a
so I
canoe
have to.
instead.
Ew. Excuse
What
you.
about a
No,
paddleboard?
no. I'm gonna get. I want to get a kayak because it's gonna be a fishing
Okay.
kayak too, so I can use it casually. Or if I do want to go fish, I got that motherfucker option.
Well,
right,
I'll buy a
so
kayak just to go fishing with you because fishing is amazing.
It's a
I
fun time.
want to know what the difference is between a normal kayak and a fishing kayak. Is it wider?
Usually it's a little sturdier, and like
Yeah.
this one I was looking at, it's got slots for the rods.
Oh, word.
Yeah, it also has like extra, like slightly extra storage.
So yes, it's wider.
Yeah, it's a little wider.
Oh,
That was the
okay.
first
He
thing I
said-
said.
Sturdier, yeah.
You said sturdier. I don't know
Alright.
if wider equates to sturdier.
I
I've
apologize.
never
I said-
owned a
Whatever.
kayak.
It's
Yes,
thick.
and then yo,
Hypno.
super thick, super thick. Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's neat, though.
but like it's
I've only
raining.
ever been in like one or two kayaks, so I really don't know.
Nah, are you a water person?
I like water, yeah. But I haven't had the opportunity to go kayaking or like paddleboarding much. I've done
Fair.
each probably once.
Just once.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's what
Oh.
I told you guys my story about
Mhm.
camping, kayaks, and canoes. So I, bad experiences up to now.
Well, they
The
can get
first
better.
time I ever went kayaking, I got stuck in between two thunderstorms.
You told me this. Yes,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
Yeah, no, the first time I literally did not sleep the night before. I had work. I left work early, and then I got a Red Bull, and then we all went to the lake to go kayaking. And it was great. The way out, there was like a little island in the middle of the lake.
Oh, wait a
We
minute.
all-
I'm remembering you telling me this too.
Yeah, it was like a year and a half
Amazing.
ago, maybe 2
Yeah,
years
that
ago.
wasn't too long. Yeah.
Keep
It
going.
was like the first thing I did when I moved to New Hampshire.
What a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we got pizza, we got some popcorn. On the way back, because we were worried about the thunderstorms,
Mhm.
I ended up capsizing. I lost the shirt that I brought and all of the popcorn I brought.
That's,
capsized?
Devastating.
I don't care.
Devastating.
That's
I don't care about your
rough,
shirt.
man.
Yeah, your shirt means nothing. The popcorn. You're telling me you lost your
Tragic.
kayak popcorn?
Dude, I lost a full bag of Smart Food popcorn.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Dude, are
We
you
need
ready
to
to hear
recover
how I
that.
kayak?
Did I what?
Are you ready to
With
hear
a
how
water bottle?
No, I kayak with a backpack full of beers, my speaker strapped on the front, and I'm vibing.
Fair enough. I mean, that's the way to do it. You
Yeah.
gotta make
Yeah,
sure
that
you're
sounds
not on
like an
international
appropriate-
waters.
Say it again?
Yeah.
Just gotta make sure you're not on international waters.
No, I just do it in the bay.
Yeah, you gotta worry about pirates then.
Yar, they could fucking try me, man.
Yar, they can try me. Yo, you're silly.
Yeah. In fact.
I gotta say though, I have kind of a new idea here. Not I. We
It's
had
not a
an
new
idea.
idea.
Yeah, we had an idea last week to do a tier list, and I think we have something pretty good cooked up here.
What you got
Let's
for us?
see. Here it is. Go ahead and tune
Ooh,
in when you have a
let's-
chance.
Let's hop on it. Oh.
Oh, you weren't supposed to see that. What? Sorry.
That's
This is what we want to be paying attention to. Okay.
Okay.
that
yeah,
was
yeah,
just
yeah.
surprising.
So this is a tier list
you almost
of.
had it.
Yeah, I did. I wrong tab. We might have to take that out. But so here's a tier list of red flags, and I think this would be a good one
Okay.
for us to go through. So I want to just start off and say smoking. Smoking what?
That
Yeah,
is the
Good
question.
question.
That
Yeah.
literally is the question.
So-
Cigarettes, I would say bad but manageable.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna put in it doesn't really matter because some
Yeah.
Tic Tacs, that could help out the situation.
Like, there's reasonable amounts. Like, you can balance it. Yeah.
Yeah, thirst for anime men or women.
It's not awful.
Yeah,
Like-
okay. It isn't awful.
It's
It's
not
just
awful.
sus. It's a
It-
little
yeah.
suspicious.
Yeah,
It can be too much.
Yeah.
Like, if they're
I would
not.
say at best it's not awful.
Yeah.
At best. All right. Yeah, that sounds good. Sex addict.
Now, that's
Yeah.
questionable because for me it's either deal breaker or bad but manageable because
What?
no, yeah, because if they like if all that they can do is
all they give.
is like,
Well, that's what
I don't know, like
I understand what you're saying. A sex addict, it's a problem when it's an
the
it's an
addiction.
addiction. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's an
exactly.
addiction. So it obviously will force its way into their normal life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say deal breaker. I think bad but manageable is an appropriate spot to put it.
If you're working on
Yeah.
it, it's gonna be
Yeah.
open-minded.
Yeah, I mean, if
right?
they're
Yeah.
actively working, if it's just a part of their life and they're not working to change that in any way, maybe it'd be a deal
Yeah.
breaker.
If they're just trying to
Yeah,
nothing
that-
but bone.
That'd be a
24/7.
conditional kind of exactly. Bone,
Mhm.
dry bones.
Oh my.
Anyway, hot chips and spicy food.
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
love
a
that
doesn't
shit.
really matter kind of
Yeah.
thing, though.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Because like, what does it matter if someone likes that food? If you enjoy it with me, cool. If you don't, whatever.
Yeah, get what you make what you want to make, or like we'll collab in the kitchen.
Yeah. The Office fan. Kind
doesn't
of a
really
good
matter.
thing. Oh,
Doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, yeah. How do you guys feel? I don't think
So-
it really matters.
The
Doesn't
Office
matter.
fan. I've watched it way too many times than I should have, and it's only because you and I watched it on someone's front lawn at 11 a.m. at 11 p.m. at night
That's
Some random
amazing.
person.
on some random person's lawn. Don't know him. Sorry if you have us on camera from years ago, but we enjoyed the first episode. I was hooked ever since.
It's a great
Friends,
show.
Friends fan. I don't care. I've never
I would
seen
say
it.
not awful.
Yeah.
Bad, but
It's not a good show, but like I can
No,
get
it just
past
has a
it.
laughing track.
exactly. Yeah. Like most Walking Dead fan, don't
Doesn't
care.
matter. Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Netflix original fanatic. Now here,
That's bad but manageable.
yeah,
because there are some good ones. There are
'Cause
some
if
good
There are
ones.
some great Netflix originals, but
Yeah.
a majority are bad.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I
agree.
enjoyed what is it? Squid Game. Squid Game was a good
Mhm.
Netflix show, but
Mhm.
something like anything else, not good.
Well,
I mean, unless you guys have any other examples. I don't really watch much stuff on Netflix.
I'm trying to think. What are their originals? Like, is Stranger Things?
Yes.
Oh,
Stranger Things is an
Black
original.
Mirror. You're
Black
right.
Mirror.
Black
There are
Mirror.
some
yes,
good things.
Those are the good side, but then there's a lot of bad.
Let's change it to not awful though, because that's
Okay.
not terrible.
The Fanatic, though, I feel like
If you're a
makes it-
fanatic for
yeah.
all of Netflix originals,
You know what? Bad but manageable. Final answer.
Yeah.
okay.
Attraction to serial killers.
So first of all, what
definite
the
good
fuck? What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah. Do they like them?
If they're sexually
Killing?
or like romantically attracted to a serial killer, that's a deal breaker personally.
I mean, it sounds like that's what they're going for. Attraction. That's not like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interested.
yeah. The way it's
that's
phrased.
different from morbid curiosity.
Yeah, that's fair.
mhm.
Girls who say bruh.
I'd say bad but
doesn't matter.
manageable.
Yeah. I accidentally
I-
posted a not awful, but
I really don't care, but since you two say it, that's fine.
I don't know. It
The
doesn't
majority
really, You're right.
rules.
It doesn't really matter. Not awful. We'll split
Alright.
the difference there.
Yeah.
Pick me, boys or girls.
I don't really
Deal
know
breaker.
girls.
Deal breaker.
And I don't care about you.
Listen, if your entire life is to separate yourself from everyone else purely so that you're getting a romantic interest,
What the fuck?
there's something else. You
You know
ought
what's
to
funny?
be yourself and then find someone.
I was
that is-
thinking like in a basketball lineup.
Oh,
like, pick
either
me.
way. Either way, like if you're the first person to raise their hand at dodgeball, like shut the fuck up.
You let the captain choose. Let him
So,
cook.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what this next one is. Dream SMP.
I have no
Dream
idea.
simp fan?
Sure, we'll put it in deal breaker because we have no idea.
just because we don't know.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
scared of
deal
what's
breaker.
foreign.
Yeah, I don't like new things. In and out of relationships.
Yeah, it's
deal breaker.
Because
Yeah.
they're not gonna be.
I mean, like
there's nothing
if
there.
you know what you want in a relationship, you're not going to be in and out immediately.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah.
Well, that's like when anyone, male, female, or otherwise, they go ahead and post, "Here's my new significant other," and it's
Yeah.
like, all right, that's the
Mhm.
second one in the last month.
You've
Yeah, and it's like,
visited
do
a
you
lot of
really
universes.
love them with your whole heart like you said 2 months ago with a
Mhm.
different person?
Yeah, don't think so.
Mhm.
Communication issues, deal breaker.
Yeah. Talking is
Yeah.
important.
You got to know how to communicate at least between the two, like between
But
you guys.
sometimes it can be bad but manageable. Like it again depends on the person.
That's what if it's purely actual, like someone hasn't communicated the same way you have for the last however many years of their life, then yeah, it would be bad manageable.
Yeah.
Just because it's a miscommunication at that point.
Yeah.
That's funny. A miscommunication of communication issues. Anyway,
Amazing.
comprehension issues. Well,
I feel like that's
Bad
the
but
same
manageable.
what
Yeah,
did you
because
say, Hypno?
thing. I feel like it's the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends if it's
I disagree.
purposeful or not.
Because comprehension doesn't have to do with intent, in my mind. Comprehension would be something similar to ignorance, where it's not really your fault, but you just simply don't know.
Yeah, like do you
But
know the word onomatopoeia?
comprehension, exactly. It's like it's not that you're a bad person.
Just not aware of
You're
it.
just not. Yeah, I would say
okay.
bad but manageable.
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
Yeah, it's already
that's
there.
where it was.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, only text you at night. Deal breaker. That's bad
Yeah.
communication.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Disrespects their own parents. Deal breaker. You have no respect for anybody else.
No, I don't know if that's the reason, but
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
agree
yeah,
that's
yeah.
a deal breaker.
I would actually, I second guessed it right after I said it. How about bad but manageable, just in case they actually have issues with
Reason.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they do genuinely have bad parents, it's
Yeah.
probably
Sorry.
it's fine to disrespect them because
They
Yeah.
disrespected you.
Describes their exes as crazy. Bad but manageable. Oh,
Oh.
It depends.
Sometimes people just get catfished.
I would say bad but manageable. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that because you really, I mean, you shouldn't be shit talking your exes in
a new
general.
relationship,
That's
yeah.
just bad manners for your current relationship.
Yeah, you shouldn't talk
But,
about
like,
the past at all. Well, at least in
If
that
they
regard.
if they genuinely did something to you that like you would talk to a therapist about, I
Yeah,
think it's
then it's something
generally
worse.
okay to share with your current, romantic interest.
If it's
Oh,
some
yeah,
real
if it's-
trauma.
Yeah,
If it's,
yeah,
I
you
could
don't want to
agree with that.
hide anything from them.
No.
Yeah, the only thing you would want to hide is what I accidentally brought up before this. Anyway, soccer player fan, don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
enjoy
enjoy
soccer.
it. Yeah, they cheated in the past. Deal breaker.
Deal
Get
breaker.
I don't want to hear
outta here.
anything from any. No, nothing else.
Yeah.
Guilt tripping.
Guilt
Deal
tripping
breaker.
is simply manipulation. That's really
Yeah.
all it is.
Yeah, now we're getting into like the real ones for a few seconds
Hiding a
here.
relationship?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
if
sus.
you're hiding a relationship, that's a deal. Yeah.
Yeah, amogus.
You shouldn't
guys
hide
know.
anything.
Constantly making you feel dumb. Is it poking fun?
No. No.
We should take
Deal
these all
breaker.
literally.
Yeah.
Deal breaker. We're all
'Cause
good
I
on
make
these.
myself feel dumb enough.
I
Like
already know.
I
Don't
can
remind
I
me.
can stand a little bit of people being like, "You're a fucking moron," but I do that enough of my own.
Yeah, that's
I
fair
understand.
enough. Needs to be reassured frequently. All right, here's a
I would say
trauma thing.
bad but manageable.
Yeah, because that's like that could be from a previous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold you to double standard, deal breaker. I don't care. What do you guys
Yeah.
have to say?
Yeah. Yeah,
No, a double standard is the fucking fuck
That makes no sense at all.
Mhm.
Energy drinks,
I don't
definite
care.
good thing.
No.
it doesn't really matter at all.
I thought it was not. I think
Unless
it's
it's
not awful.
every single day, like 2-3 energy drinks a day. You don't need that. You might think you do.
You don't.
You don't.
Well, that's what through college amps. Those were like
You were
because my-
obsessed with those,
bro.
dude.
I had so many, and let me tell you, it was the only one offered. Because we were Pepsi company. Ugh.
Yep. See, I
I
always
hate that
did
my
the,
school was.
I did the white monster. And then I got heart
Can't do
palpitations.
any monster.
I was
Monsters
just a-
didn't-
I was just a day student, so I would just walk in with whatever
With
I
a water.
wanted. Yeah.
golf player / fan. Also,
I don't
same
care.
as
Yeah,
soccer
that's fine.
player.
Golf
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Doesn't matter. Cheerleader also doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I don't care what you did
Battle
in high
Royale
school.
games. What do you have to say about this, Nate?
I would say not awful.
Yeah,
Okay,
not
I'll
awful.
I'll submit to that.
Wow, we're not positive so far.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
But we had
no,
some good
nothing
ones.
is kind of a good thing or a definite good thing. Xbox gamer doesn't matter. I
Not
don't
awful.
care.
Yeah, not awful. Yeah,
PlayStation gamer deal breaker. That's just me. But
Says the guy that had a PlayStation
PlayStation,
first.
a singular game too. Days Gone is the best game ever made on PlayStation. Anyway,
That's funny. I forgot about that.
I'll put it on not
Good
awful.
game.
Anyway,
Yeah, go ahead.
You know where that
PC
goes.
gamer.
It's kind of
Definitely.
a
Yeah,
good
come on.
That's kind of a good
Kind
thing.
of. All right, all right. We'll veer positive. We
We'll
won't go
veer
totally
positive.
positive.
Okay,
We'll
okay.
veer positive. Sports video games doesn't
I
matter
don't
to me.
care.
Yeah, enjoy it. Football player fan.
I just care you're
doesn't
playing on
matter.
the right thing.
Yeah, any of the
All
sports,
the
I don't
fans,
care.
yeah, you guys enjoy it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Trust issues.
Trust issues. At worst, I'd say bad but manageable. Because
Yeah.
it's not entirely their fault.
That's the same
No.
thing. Yeah, with it needs to be assured. Needs to be reassured
Yeah,
frequently.
if they're a good enough person and they're worth it.
Wow,
I don't
can
even
we
know if
just-
worth it is the right word, but
Can we just take a second to look at this so far?
Yeah, this is
All right?
interesting.
Doesn't really matter. We don't care about most things. Like that's a significant amount more than the other category.
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, we've gotten to a second row for the doesn't really matter.
Doesn't really matter. War video games, same thing.
With it, yeah.
Same. Doesn't
You-
understand simple pop culture references.
Not
Bad,
awful.
but
Not
manageable.
awful.
Either of those two I'm fine with.
Can we name one simple pop culture reference right now?
That's what she said.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
not awful.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I couldn't think of one.
Oh wait,
Controlling?
if they
Deal
could what was
breaker.
that? Not
Controlling was
control.
deal
What's that,
breaker.
Hypno?
I was gonna say, if
For
you
doesn't
if you don't understand the mama jokes, like come on, that's kind of bad.
Like yo mama,
Things of that nature, but not awful's fine.
Maybe
Let's keep going.
Ligma.
Lig-
Anyway.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Very secret.
Imagine falling
Deal
for
breaker.
Why do you think that's a deal breaker?
There's a healthy amount
Mm.
of secrets that should be kept between people. But if
Okay.
if a majority of what you're saying, and I could be just misreading the word very, but
Mm.
if you're very secretive, I don't know. There's more than a surprise that you're holding from that person.
That's fair. That's fair.
Mhm.
Doesn't respect boundaries. I would say that's also.
Yeah.
Yeah, boundaries are important.
Doesn't like when you're friends with. So I'm guessing that doesn't like who you're
No,
friends
You're
when
with.
with
you're
friends.
with friends.
Oh, jeez.
That's a deal breaker.
It's bad but manageable.
Okay, fair
Like,
enough.
You can be like, listen, I'm fucking.
I need
booling."
my own time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if there's an extended issue
Mhm.
where it's like you shouldn't be hanging out with, like, I have a
They're
friend where
bad
it's like
influence.
where he needs to ask to play video games
That's
with
too
his,
much.
and,
That's
like,
controlling.
that is
Yeah.
that's
Deal
way
breaker.
too much, and it's like if that kind of falls over into when you're being with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's a deal breaker because like
Yeah.
I need to have my own life outside of the relationship too.
Out of you, yes.
It's a joint.
Yeah, I feel like that's
lives,
only
not
healthy.
I feel like that
takeover.
comes. Yeah, that comes to an ego thing, though. I feel like, you know,
To an extent, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
like the world revolves around me,
Mhm.
kind of thing.
Kinda
Constantly
drive.
puts you down. Deal breaker.
Yeah.
We need uplifting homies.
Won't try out your hobbies. I would
Bad
say
but
that's
manageable.
Yeah, I would say that's not
Or
awful
not
or
even-
bad, but not awful.
Not awful.
Because you don't. I'm
do you
not going to
think?
force you
Okay.
to be. No, I'm not going to force you
Exactly.
to be interested
Mhm.
into what I'm interested in.
Yeah, like I love baseball, but like it doesn't. I don't care if you love baseball too.
Yeah, like yeah. If you can sit there and scroll on your phone while I'm watching baseball, you know what? That's enough. That's
Vibe
Yeah,
out.
fine.
exactly.
Extremely indecisive.
Get that shit out of here.
I'd say bad but
Make up your
manageable.
god. It is, but just gotta make up your goddamn mind.
You don't know. I don't know if I want pizza or a burger. You know.
All right, all right, all right, all right.
What you
So here's the thing,
craving?
and I'm fine with sticking it with bad but manageable. But
But
I was the exact definition of extremely indecisive
I
yesterday.
currently am always.
It took me about an hour, to decide to take a shower yesterday. I did end up taking a shower.
Good. I'm
But
proud of you.
it then took me another hour and a half to ask my roommate if he wanted to get food with me.
Take
And
a
then it
shower
took me
with
another
you.
45 minutes to decide what I wanted.
Dude, that's
Once I decided what I
insane.
wanted, we got there, we ordered, or he ordered. They didn't have what I wanted, so I went to a different restaurant and took another 10 minutes to decide what I
I'll-
actually wanted from there.
I'll bring up a little point from that. We have too many choices.
I agree.
Yeah, that comes down to that. There's too many things available at almost all the time.
What is that
Seriously.
called? The paradox
It's
of
illusion
choice?
of
or
choice,
something?
yeah.
The illusion
Mhm.
of choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like all of our lives all the time now.
Capitalism.
There's so
anyway.
much to do. How can you choose to do anything?
Exactly.
It's
That's what.
insane.
Yeah. There are so many. Like I could be free flying off of in a wingsuit through the Grand Canyon, or I could be sitting here making a podcast with two really smart people.
Art? I don't know.
What the
about
fuck
that.
are
Yeah.
you talking about?
I don't know, honestly.
Motivation.
Alright, move
What's
on.
next? What's next?
No motivation
You
in
gotta
life.
be doing something. You can't just.
I'll
do
see
nothing.
that's a
Yeah.
deal breaker. Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta have some direction.
Have something that
Wow.
wakes you up in the morning.
So, granted, I've zoomed out here from 150 to 125, but now we are in 2 rows of deal breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we look for? For real.
I don't know.
Obviously,
Well, I guess we'll see
we
at the end.
We don't look for it. We look for the absence of things
Oh
so
my
far.
god. What
Car
don't
fanatic.
you
Don't
I
care.
have?
also
It doesn't
don't
matter.
care.
You can like
Yeah.
your car.
Horror movies.
Kind of a good thing.
Yeah, heard
I
it's
would
kinda
like to
good
put
thing.
that
They're
in-
usually more psychological.
I'll disagree with you, but I'll put it there. You guys know I don't like scary
Oh my
movies.
god, iFunny user?
The fuck is
That's
that?
niche.
Yeah.
Bro, that is so niche. I haven't used that app since 7th grade.
I'll say doesn't really matter. I'll put that.
Mhm.
I would put bad
awful?
but manageable.
Why bad but manageable? Explain that. What's the
Yeah,
difference
Because-
between
What's bad about it?
What's the difference between iFunny user and the next one, Twitter user? Tell me.
Twitter's wild.
Well, that's a great question. And I'm not sure if I'm prepared to
Equipped
answer
for
that
it?
right now. But I know that an iFunny user is bad but manageable, and a Twitter user is not awful.
Okay. All right. I'll agree. As
Well,
long as
do you
you
agree with that?
coffee.
as long as you
Yeah.
say
I mean,
ignore that.
social media can be just poison, dude. Any form of it.
Social media is,
Is
poison.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it
Yeah,
will
we could just-
always be poison. Yeah, just put it all of it is deal break now.
Yeah.
I use
Has a
Twitter
very
sometimes.
specific coffee order.
I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck what you
Enjoy your
order.
coffee
Who
how you
cares?
want it.
Just don't ask
be
me to
happy
get
when
it
you
unless you
eat.
write it.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
unless it's something good. Like if you want me to try your coffee and it's something with peppermint, count me out.
You don't like
Count me
peppermint?
out.
I always
I'm
forget
excited
that.
for the next 4 that we have.
Oh, these are nice.
DC fans, what do we say?
Doesn't matter.
I don't
Bad but
care.
manageable. No, I'm kidding.
Honestly, deal breaker for me.
No,
It
you can
doesn't
enjoy
really
it.
matter. Marvel fans, all right. Here's where I'll differ.
I personally would put them all in the same. I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Sounds good.
Enjoy that.
I don't know. Let's secretly put it in kind of a good thing while he's gone.
Listen, like
What?
DC. Like,
And-
yes, Marvel's
okay.
good. DC's good. Like
All
we
right.
gotta.
Both of you need to go fuck yourselves. That's all I have to say. I might have to bleep that out. We'll find out.
Bleep.
Bleep.
You have
Let's
to
go
use,
on
if you
without
do,
him.
Use exactly that.
Harry
Use a
Potter
few more.
fan.
Again, like
Same thing.
yeah, because like you can be a fan of things as long as it's not your whole personality. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, though. With the next one, Star Wars fan, I would like to put it in kind of a good thing. Just because of if you sit down and watch the story, like, and actually understand all of the expanded everything. All right, movies and shows
It's a
rather.
whole world.
That's Yeah, it's something that's really put together
Yeah,
and
it is a
paid
work of
attention
art.
to. Lord of the Rings fan. You know, I don't know. Have you ever
I
watched
love
Lord of
it.
the
I love
Rings?
it. Like,
What do you like? All right, real
I'll
quick
tell you
while
the
he's
truth.
gone.
Hmm.
Versus Harry Potter, what are you choosing?
Lord of the Rings versus Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have to do Lord of the Rings,
Really?
just because I've come to the conclusion I see myself as just a tall hobbit.
Yo, you are
That's
not a tall hobbit. I promise you that, Hypno. You're a short one.
ah! Goddamn. Hit me
Oh.
my knees. I'm already half the size.
What do we got next here? Foot fetish.
No thanks.
I really don't care.
But like,
Well,
well,
not awful or bad, but manageable. I'll
I guess
concede to
bad but
that.
manageable. Yeah.
It's either. I
Yeah,
wouldn't say
because
it's a
like
deal breaker, but
I really don't care. I'm not gonna kink shame you. You
Yeah,
know.
not fair. We don't kink shame here.
Hey, where you going, Razor Naga? That's me.
Left-handed.
Left.
edition.
Yeah. For you guys out there, I'm a lefty. These two are actually Nate's not a lefty. Wait,
What?
I don't
What?
know. You're
You don't even.
ambidextrous.
I could see Nathan
I
being
I write
ambidextrous.
with my left hand. I do everything else with my right-handed body.
That's a
So sports, I do righty, but I will draw and I will write with my left hand.
That's
Interesting.
wild. I'll blur that out there. Hey, anyway, Band Kid. What do we feel about Band Kids?
The
Bad
Oh
but
my
manageable.
What
goodness.
is?
I'm just writing scripts over here.
Where did it go?
I don't know.
I think we lost one earlier too. Oh no, there it is. It's in doesn't matter.
Band Kid.
It depends
there it
on what
is.
Not
instrument
awful.
they play.
What?
I disagree.
Each instrument got its stereotypes. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
yes, but no. A band kid is a band kid, whether or not they play the saxophone or they play the tuba.
It's a different brand. I see.
So what are you putting
But
in
they
there?
are still band kids. Not awful. I don't really care, honestly.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Is that what?
Honestly,
besides
more
the
instruments you play, the better. Like, I don't see playing an instrument ever as a bad thing.
That's fair.
Let-
All right,
let's-
we'll put it in. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Favorite
So
response is I don't care. Bad but
pathetic.
manageable.
Bad but manageable.
Yeah.
Because like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overly quirky.
Overly
Anyway.
quirky sounds like it's no. It's either
It's
deal
too
breaker or
much.
bad, but man, because at that point,
Overly.
if you're overly quirky, you're trying to be quirky.
You're too quirky. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
It's the trying.
And once you're trying, exactly.
All right, TikTok user. We'll put it in bad but manageable. I know we all have different
That's fine.
opinions.
Bad but manageable.
Always needs a new iPhone. No, I don't care.
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
care, yeah.
Don't double
Types in
standard.
all lowercase, which is also in all lowercase.
Not.
It's bad but
I'd say
manageable.
bad but manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah, because why not use correct? Oh, here we got makes TikToks.
I guess it depends what kind.
Yeah, if they're thirsty, then it's
Oh,
like
God,
a
no.
deal breaker. But
I would
if it's
put it
like
bad but manageable.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
dependent on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that one actually needs an answer. Quotes
I don't
TikToks
care.
IRL. That's
I don't
me.
care. If
Yeah.
they're funny, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ROTC.
What's that?
ROTC.
Okay, now, in college, if you're ROTC, that's a deal breaker. But before college, I would say it's not awful or bad, but manageable.
So then we'll put it in doesn't.
What is
Yeah,
that?
we'll put it in doesn't really matter because it's depending on when you're doing it.
Have you met an ROTC person though?
Sure have.
What is that?
That's like the I don't know what it stands
I don't know
for,
what
to be honest.
ROTC stands for, but it's basically military light.
Oh, preliminary.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the beforehands.
Okay.
Disrespects animals, deal
Oh,
breaker.
fuck you. Yeah.
Subpar hygiene, bad but manageable.
Yeah.
Depends on how subpar. Yeah.
You could train it.
Straight black
Straight
coffee.
black- I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't
That's
matter.
kind of
Let's
how I
make-
like my coffee anyway.
We gotta make another unzoom here. We're
Yeah.
getting towards the end. Nicknames like Bay, not awful. Doesn't care.
Not awful.
Yeah. Always talking about exes, deal breaker, right, guys?
Yeah, because you're not over it at that point.
Yeah. Anime fanatic,
Kind of a good thing.
Not
kind of
awful.
a good thing you said.
I like it.
Not awful.
I guess.
So
know what?
split the
Let's
difference.
If that's
really
all you
doesn't matter,
watch,
yeah.
if that's
Yeah.
all you watch, it can be bad.
Pepsi, deal breaker
I
for
don't
me.
care. I don't care.
Yeah.
Drink what you
Favorite
drink.
holiday is Christmas.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't enjoy it.
I mean,
Favorite
it's a good
holiday is
holiday.
Halloween. That's kind of bad but manageable.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because when people really like Halloween, they're like doing way too much.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just like to dress up and get drunk
Yep.
on October. In October.
So this
Spooky
one just says
season.
this one
So
just
is that-
says Coke.
Is that cocaine or
Yeah,
Coca-Cola? I'm
I'm
assuming
not-
it's Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
It's
since
gotta
there
be
was
cola.
Pepsi.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Dr. Pepper,
Definitely a good thing.
definite good thing.
Oh my god.
I don't understand the obsession with Dr. Pepper myself.
Well,
but
I've so here's the thing. Just all right, in general, Dr. Pepper is my favorite soda.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
obviously, I will notice when someone else goes, "Oh yeah, Dr. Pepper is my favorite too," because it's not the main. The main is either Coke or Pepsi,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair.
or like one of those two products. So to hear Dr. Pepper, that means they're going with something different.
They're going with all 27 flavors, my man.
I think it's more than that, but yeah,
What?
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say we're gonna zoom through the rest here because there's a few other things I think we'd like to get through.
Yeah.
Root beer doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Yep.
matter.
Natural color hair dye doesn't matter. Unnatural color hair dye not,
Not
awful.
Not awful. Uh-huh.
Parents track their location.
Bad
Bad
but
manageable.
manageable.
Gold digger. Deal
Deal
breaker.
Deal breaker.
Believes astrology.
Kind
Bad
of a
but
good thing.
manageable.
Wow, that was literally the
What did you
opposite.
say, Hypno?
Hypno
Yo.
said kind of a good thing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we out here.
Hypno, we have some things to talk about.
We'll talk about that in a later date.
Yes.
I'll throw it in, doesn't really matter since you guys were literally in the
Uh-huh.
middle. Believes rocks or crystals have power?
Not
Yeah, it's a
awful.
deal breaker.
I'm gonna put yeah, okay. Not awful, we'll put 2v1. You lose, Nate. Religious.
I'm okay with that.
No, yeah, I don't care. Enjoy what you believe in. Vans,
Deal breaker.
enjoy 'em.
Yeah, whatever.
Sneaker or shoe collection, you have money.
Sure. Yeah.
Vegan, not awful.
hmm
Addicted to gym,
Not
that's
awful.
kind of a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of a good thing.
Get
Because
me
you're,
like a-
you're being healthy.
drag me with
Yeah.
Yeah. Stuffed animals.
you. No. Nah, not awful.
I'd say not all. I mean, for a woman, like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's not awful.
Doesn't
Listen, I like
matter.
Lilo and Stitch. I have a whole bunch of Stitch plushies. That's all.
I
Anyway.
used to have a bunch of plushies. Like, I won't judge you for having them, but,
Yeah.
like, I just left them when I moved.
hmm
Cool. Weed. As long as
Doesn't
it's in
matter.
moderation, enjoy it. Alcohol, same thing.
Yep.
What is that? Dirty white? Oh, okay.
Dirty white Air Force. Dirty
What the
white
fuck?
Air Force One.
Yeah, that's bad but manageable.
That's
Yeah,
so
that's like-
specific.
Respect your shoes, man. Don't be paying $90 to get them dirty. All black Air Force Ones. I'd say the same thing.
one.
They're
Yeah,
just shoes.
Yeah,
No,
but nah,
it's-
the white Air Force Ones are the way to go.
Listen, I don't know how much Air Force Ones cost, but after a couple of years of owning them, who gives a fuck if they're dirty?
Yeah.
I
As
don't-
long
I
as
don't
they're
know.
fresh.
Yeah, that's fair. Chunky feelers, I don't know what that is, so
Dude,
deal
what the fuck's a
breaker.
fila?
Those
Fila
are also
shoes?
shoes, but what is
Oh.
chunky?
They're
Like they
like
like it's
oh,
viscous.
No, think of
Viscous.
Shaq's clothing brand. The shoes that he used to have,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
those are chunky.
Bunky.
Always wearing hat or beanie.
It's
Not awful.
Not awful. I like seeing
Seeing what?
seeing the like
Posting
the hair.
story while leaving you undelivered.
Oh, I know.
Deal
I
breaker
would
for
say
It just shows you what's there.
if you're super busy, like bad but manageable,
Mullet.
I don't care.
I basically have one.
Okay.
No, you don't.
Doesn't really matter.
Shut
What
the
is
fuck up.
bowl cut? Does that mean bowl cut?
I think they
Your
mean
haircut.
BOWL.
Yeah, bowl
Bowl
cut.
cut.
Oh my god.
Bad, man. Middle part hair,
That could
whatever.
work.
Rock, metal, or alternative fan, enjoy your music. Any type of rap fan,
Enjoy
same.
your music.
This one,
Enjoy your
same.
music.
Enjoy it. Bad at driving.
Yeah, no.
That's bad but manageable.
because you could just drive.
Yeah.
All right. Anger issues. We got deal breaker. Bad but manageable.
Yeah, bad but manageable.
Yeah, because you could be working through.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uggs. Just one word.
I really don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. They're
What
comfy.
would you like? Gaslighting.
Shit.
Deal break-
Deal
Breaker.
breaker. Salt and vinegar chips.
That's
doesn't really
specific.
Kind of a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a good thing.
They're not
All
going
right,
for
guys.
that basic bitch chip.
We have just finished this tier list, and the only definite good thing we have is just the quote, Dr. Pepper.
Oh my
Okay.
God. That's
I-
how we read your personality.
I am so happy that that's the result. The most definite good thing we could find was Dr.
On
Pepper.
all of our radars, except mine, because I concede it to you guys, it is Dr. Pepper that is the only definite good thing.
That's amazing.
That's
that
the new
says it.
Bible right here.
It's
Anything-
the most telling part of a person. The most telling part. You drink that Dr. Pepper, you're a G.
Oh, that's funny.
I want to say to all the people watching or listening, if you guys enjoy this, go ahead, let us know. We'll do it again another time, because I enjoyed this, guys.
I
At least
love
this
this.
one
Me
specifically.
too. Yeah, that was a good one.
There's definitely some silly ones we could do too. Well, sillier.
Dr. Pepper. I can't believe that. I'm going to save that.
Mm-hmm.
Just so everybody can see, I'm saving it. That's going to be used for later.
Perfect.
That's so good.
Oh, that was a good one.
Well, how'd the stream go? I'd say that went wonderful.
So, what about modern news? How are we
There may-
feeling about modern news?
There may be some red flags on there, but I'll say that the biggest thing in the media right now, at least that I've come to see, is this the Titan submersible. I don't know if you guys. I'm sure you guys are up to date with it, or at least have heard of it.
Somewhat,
Oh,
yeah.
It's been all over the internet. There's been all
Have
the
you guys-
memes.
Have you? Yeah, I know. That really shows what kind of society.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say, Hypno?
All the memes about it.
Oh yeah.
Listen,
Yeah, no.
they decided to go down there. They signed the waivers and all that. It was
Here's the
their
thing.
choice.
They
to get in
actually
that
here,
submarine.
Nate. Before you say yeah, all extended like that, like you already did.
Uh-huh.
Like you already-
I'll say that in the waiver that they had to sign, there was approximately 5 or 6 times that it said there's a possibility of death due to XYZ.
Mhm.
So they were signing on knowing, like what may happen.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were aware.
Do you guys know the outcome actually of what happened?
Oh yeah, they had his dicks.
They they are indeed dead as dicks. The news
There's
that
a
came out
catastrophic
actually
failure.
said an implosion of the vessel.
Implosion. Yo.
So approximately 2 hours into, they lost comms. We're not sure. I don't think yet if it imploded then rather.
Mm.
But they lost comms and haven't heard from them. And I think that's I don't know. That's a crazy.
Was that its maiden
So,
voyage?
not the maiden voyage, as far as I know. I think they've done.
This was the
other-
third year that it's been done. It's only been done in summers. They started it in 2021.
Yeah.
Insane.
So
Maybe they just did it too early.
Well, I don't. I think what Alan said is probably the most right thing.
And
No,
I'll
for
say-
to
I'll-
cause the implosion.
They paid way too much money for something that was not safe.
Frankly,
Simply
ran
not
by an
safe.
Xbox control, like a Logitech.
Logitech,
controller.
Dude, it was a fucking
$30.
Hellcat controller.
And
it was
No,
like
apparently-
a PS2
Logitech.
controller.
Logitech $30.
If you go on
controller
Amazon, you can see all the reviews people are leaving.
over the
1
last like, week.
star.
No, well, okay. So yes, it's easy to make fun of the fact that they were using a $30 controller.
Apparently,
for
that's
it.
proprietary technology," said the owner, of the company, OceanGate.
So the problem is, Microsoft has had deals with the United States military for at least the past 20 years, where we have been running our UAVs off of Xbox 360 controllers.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah, but
our
that's a step up
UAVs,
from Logitech.
our ground controlled drones, like the bomb disposal drones, all that shit has been using Xbox 360 and Xbox One controllers,
Now
probably respectively. But
here's here's the thing though, with this submersible, it wasn't like approved by anyone but like
yeah,
the company
Mhm.
itself. Like it was off of I'm all right, correct me if I'm wrong if you guys know, but I'm 99% sure it was off of a Canadian vessel
Mhm.
run by an American company and nothing was regulated on it. Like the guy sorry, the CEO rather. Oh, I can't remember. It's something. His name was something.
Mhm.
Um, but um, he literally made a video a few years ago, like making showing all of the technology they use inside the actual like cabin, I guess you would call it.
yeah.
Mhm.
And it's literally like lights from like Home Depot, like $30 lights, or like
Mhm.
it's technology
It's
that should
jank.
not be used for a $250,000 ticket to ride. You know?
Yeah, I totally agree. And that's also what I've heard,
Well, they're
that a
also the
lot of the
first people to do that.
things.
He's the only person to offer that. So like, if you want to do it, that's your only option.
And that's the thing is
Yeah,
too,
fair enough.
because it's a novelty like that, there are times that people went down and saw everything and it was like, oh, cool.
Everything was
But
fine.
yeah, but at the same time, it was also the opposite. Like it only takes one time in 3 summers that this thing
Mhm.
imploded.
So what do you think caused it? That's what I want to start talking. That's
It
what I have
was
an idea
a
with.
it was a I'm pretty sure it was an immediate pressure change like
Mm-hmm.
too quickly, and so it literally just blew
Smooshed
up.
them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, so blew
wonder.
up isn't the right word, but yeah.
Well,
That's what the current stories are saying,
and yeah,
that
today's June
apparently
22nd.
yeah, so I mean the news that they
Say
were all dead
January.
from the company came out today.
Yeah.
But if you were paying attention, you knew that they were dead 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the
Um
thing.
aware.
Yeah, when they lost comms, that's the first moment that honestly they should have they were only about 1,500 meters, I believe, or 2,000 meters down, where they should have
Mm.
sent something right away.
Yeah, that was their only chance.
Like that,
yeah, I
yeah.
mean the whole story is kind of messed up. I
Mhm.
mean,
Do we know
the
who was on
capsules
there yet?
only had, and I know, Alan, you must have seen what they looked at just from what you were talking about before, but those capsules, those submarines that they were using were basically just pipes
Mm-hmm.
It was made
with
out
a
of carbon.
TV
Yep.
at the front and like, yeah.
It was made out of carbon fiber mostly, or a carbon. I think that's
Alloy.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, they were literally repurposed pipes that they were using. And obviously, they didn't have any issues the last 2 years, but here we are now in the third year.
Yeah.
And
So
I'm also pretty sure they were told, like, hey, you need to replace some of these things or else, people are going to get hurt. And they just
yes.
didn't.
Something that I heard just today was that they actually fired a whistleblower in 2018 for
Wow.
saying that they didn't have good enough, they were going across their safety standards and they weren't actually following them. And so he blew the whistle on that, and later that year he was fired.
Yep.
And 4 years later, five
Here we
people
are.
died.
Yeah. And meanwhile, that's that comes to corporate,
Corporate
corporate,
bullshit. Mm-hmm.
yeah. But Hypno, you just asked the names of the people.
Yeah. Do we know who was on there yet?
Yeah, so it was a British businessman, Hamish Harding,
Mm.
a Pakistani investor, excuse my pronunciation here, Shahzada Dawood, and his son Solomon Dawood. So he was a kid.
Mm.
A French diver, Paul Henri Nargliolet, maybe, and the CEO, Stockton Rush. That was his name, Stockton Rush.
Mm.
Yes, yeah.
And actually, one of the people's like stepson, he went to a Blink 182 concert while the search was going on. And he
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That'd be a little suspicious.
could have been planned. You know, is this just a big scam?
Well, so I don't think maybe it was planned, but like obviously the kid was, or teenager, whatever he is, was not upset.
Stepson.
Yeah.
Stepson.
Oh yeah. Stuff.
Well, now listen. So I'm with you. I think you ought not to be doing something like that when your family is in a tragic situation.
Yeah,
You
like
probably
be
should stay home and maybe
with your
worry
mom.
about them a little bit. Like personally, if I had a ticket to a Blink 182 concert, and assuming I'm a fan of theirs, no, I wouldn't go.
Mhm.
At most,
Well, like-
I'd try to sell the tickets.
Well, that's what did he? That's the next question. Did he have the ticket prior, or did he buy the ticket after?
I'm pretty
He
sure.
just had to get his mind off it. That's all.
I'm pretty sure he had the ticket on him. And I know he went on an interview, I forget where, but he did a live interview where he was talking about the fact that he went to the concert. And he was like, it's not like I was there celebrating having a great time. I was more there standing there nodding my head to music that I liked. And whether or not that's true or not, who knows, but it's still a little weird to go to a concert when your family is in a tragic situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when like a great portion is
I wouldn't
searching
say-
for your.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I hate him. I just simply wouldn't do the same thing he would.
Oh, well, I don't know him, so I can't hate him. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what I would do in that situation. But like I would say it's a little weird. That's all.
And we each have to. I mean, it's a traumatic situation, and plus, how close was he really with the stepfather? Right?
Yeah, that I
Yeah.
guess that'd be another question.
Like,
If it was just like, oh yeah, he married my mom. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, I agree also. I mean, you
The
don't
whole dynamic
have
we
to
don't
be, like buddy with your step parents.
Mhm.
It's ideal, but relationships are different.
Yeah, and like, you can't do anything. Like, yeah, you hope they find him, but
My whole thing, and to be quite honest with you guys, over the last few days, I've been seeing all like, oh, there's 4 days of oxygen, there's 4 days of oxygen.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden, on the last day, when oxygen supposedly would be running out, they happen to find all the stuff. Why didn't
Yeah.
they? I don't know. Why? I like just move it a little quicker.
So,
you know?
no,
they take that
you
long
know-
to float up.
You know what was weird about this whole situation? That the National Guard of the United States
Mhm.
has every ability to go and help them. They didn't. There
Well,
was a private corporation that just last year photographed the entirety of the Titanic ship.
Wow.
And yet they were denied access to go help them.
So I know that like
Hmm.
it was put on hold a few times for whatever reason. Like I don't know the exact reasons, but yeah, like it's just why. Like uh, obviously everybody knew within 2 hours. At least I did. Anybody else who didn't was in denial. They were dead.
Yeah.
Like and it's it's sad, but also at the same time you know the risk of what's going on.
Yeah. And like, you're going so
Alright.
far down, 13,000 feet.
I mean, they're at the bottom of the ocean. Like,
Now they are.
literally, well, damn.
There's gonna be nothing left. The bottom feet,
Alright.
they're probably gone by now.
Well, all right, no. But listen, I don't mean to make light of the dead. I have zero interest in doing that.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, it's kind of funny that these millionaires/billionaires went into a submarine for $250,000 that had almost no the situation is comical. It's kind of fucking outrageous.
Yeah,
that
like
it
I
even
would
happened.
never place myself on a vessel like that for 250,000.
Well, it's just
But
the idea of this
but
happening.
5 people did die.
This is
Yes.
true.
And it's kind of so I'm looking at this article right now. And I'm not going to say who it's from, but 11 hours ago. Stay woke about the missing Titanic submersible filled with rich idiots.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
how about you calm
See,
the
like,
fuck
that's-
down?
Yeah, that's
How
a
about
little too much.
chill the fuck out?
Mhm. There's no.
Everybody takes risks
Mhm.
on everything that they do. Whether you're going to go ziplining or skydiving
Well, that's what,
or
like,
just to go fucking swimming. You can still die going swimming.
Every time you step outside your house, You start your car.
The most dangerous thing you
You
can
take
do
that bite.
daily is driving.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't like everyone shitting on them.
All right.
Like
Well
I don't
then,
like. I'm not gonna say I enjoy shitting on them. I enjoy comedy and some of the things
yeah.
that are
Yeah.
said with like the remote controller and that kind of stuff. Like
yeah,
it's funny.
pointing
Like
out the flaws in the vessel will help prevent something like this from happening again. I feel
it
like how do
won't be
we let
happening
them
again.
get
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
with all this?
Yeah, that
Yeah, I
is a
don't
good.
disagree with that at all. No, I mean mistakes need to be made for progress to happen.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Granted, this mistake was very silly and could have been completely avoidable if they didn't use such
Yeah, they just
inappropriate equipment. But
Yeah.
it's a lesson
Well,
learned.
now listen. We all right. I know we might be running a little long, but we don't just because they're using equipment that we don't think is apt doesn't mean that the equipment wasn't apt.
It
Right? Like I
wasn't.
said before, our military has been using Xbox 360 controllers to run our drones for the past
Yeah,
20
but
years.
that's
Yes,
not the
but
part that
So,
when
was
you're,
faulty.
can I say, when you're looking at the pressure of something like this vessel needs to
Withstand.
withhold, you
right,
don't,
right.
yeah, you don't use the things you're using. You're going
I
13,000 feet approximately underground in the water. That is about 2.5 miles.
yeah.
It's not the
Right.
controllers the
So the
issue. It's the
outside of the
outside.
capsule should be handling all of that pressure.
Yeah,
So the
and
the
it
the,
didn't.
the things you're using inside the capsule doesn't matter
Yeah,
to the
I mean,
pressure.
Yeah,
and they even said too, with regards to the controllers, they had multiple on board. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure.
It's
Like
just
yeah.
funny. But the outside of it, that they didn't have the right safety precautions, is not funny.
It is definitely a great lesson for the future of how we're going to be getting down there if people decide to
Hmm.
continue to go down there.
Well, we should continue to go down there, in my opinion.
Yeah, we need to explore.
And
We know so little about our oceans.
Hmm.
to kind of sort of wrap it up, I was actually watching a news article or a news video with James Cameron being interviewed. The person who made the Titanic movie,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and he was saying it's quite similar in ways to the Titanic because for a while. The captain of the Titanic, was told that he was going straight into an ice field. There was no moon up. They couldn't see anything, and he refused to turn, or
Hmm.
approximately, right? And the same thing happened with this guy. He was told replace these things, or else people may get harmed, and that's exactly what it's the same kind of situation. And when James Cameron said that, very honestly, I was like, it's wild that approximately 100 or so years after, we're doing that again.
Yeah, same area,
Yeah,
same
I
thing.
mean, thankfully to a lesser extent
Degree,
of human
yeah.
lives, but
Yeah,
yeah, it is kind of wild. I mean, humanity, like, there's nothing new under the sun. We will still make the same mistakes people did 1,000 years ago.
history repeats itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, man.
Get
And with that,
out
I
of
am
here
all done
with
talking for
all
the night.
this.
Let me tell you, you
Yeah.
guys had me talk words all night.
Honestly, I'm done hearing you talk.
I need my silence. Leave, skedaddle. Enjoy your rest though. Sleep well,
Yeah.
friends.
Shut up, Alan.
I'm gonna.
Amazing.